What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to our late night transfer news roundup here on Anfield Agenda, where, as promised, we have some, well, really interesting news around the future of HUIJSEN and how Liverpool are in a three-way battle that we need to get the finger out and move quickly for. We're going to be discussing the links to Julian Alvarez. We're going to be asking who exactly is trying to take Darwin Núñez and Luis Diaz. And we're going to have an update as well on the pursuit of the right-back Wesley from Flamenco. We're going to be telling you why it looks like Liverpool could be, well, losing that race, if indeed there is a race. Lots more on that over the next few minutes, but you know the score. We want to know your thoughts, so do let us know in the comment section. Drop a like on the video if you enjoy it, and of course, we'd love you to hit that subscribe button. One thing, if I can ask a favour, ladies and gents, if you haven't subscribed to Anfield Agenda Clips, please do go over and subscribe. You may think you already have because similar videos, right? Same channel, same format. But if you can just search Anfield Agenda Clips and check it out and hit that subscribe button if you haven't, that would really, really help us out. Right, let's get into the news. I'm going to start off with the story around the right back Wesley. So Gianluca Di Marzio has said Manchester City are pushing to sign Wesley before the Club World Cup. Tino Livramento is another option for City, but they're focused on trying to get the Wesley deal done. Now, why am I bringing this up? Well, two reasons really. One, it may give us an indication of where Liverpool are really pursuing the right back, which, as we believe, is Jeremy Frimpong. And if Manchester City are looking to get a deal done for Wesley, then likelihood is that Liverpool have stepped away. Have we put all our eggs in the Frimpong basket? Well, I guess that'll be seen over the coming days and weeks. But plenty of top-tier journalists, Fabrizio Romano, David Ornstein, and many others reporting that Liverpool's interest there is sincere and that his release clause is active this summer. So let's wait and see what happens there. I think Frimpong would be definitely worth a punt. We asked tonight on the stream, on the Late Night Agenda, would you take him at Anfield? 81% of the people that voted said yes, they would take Jeremy Frimpong for €35 million at Anfield. Want to move on now to speak about Julian Alvarez. So over the last couple of days, we've been giving you various incarnations of a story that suggested that Liverpool are willing to drop the price for Darwin Núñez a little bit if Atletico Madrid will play ball and do a deal, a player plus cash deal for Julian Alvarez. Caught Offside today have reiterated this story and said Liverpool are ready to offer cash plus a player to Atletico Madrid for Julian Alvarez. Now, they don't specifically say in the headline whether that is Darwin or not. It is. But just in case it isn't, what other player might it be? Surely it wouldn't be Lucho. Lucho to Atleti? Doesn't really make sense, does it? But I do think it is Darwin Núñez. And I do want Julian Alvarez. He is my top target through the centre. He's the one I would pick above anybody else. Sticking with Darwin, by the way, we also seen a report coming out of Italy today that Napoli were interested in signing Darwin Núñez. The report goes on to speak about a 45 to 55 million or 45 to 50 million euro price tag. But remember, according to Sam Maguire's piece, Liverpool would be willing to knock 10 million quid of the price of Darwin Núñez if he was to go to Atletico. So let's wait and see what happens there. But again, we ran a poll to ask, do you think Liverpool will sign Julian Alvarez? Loads of votes on it. I think there was about 2,000 votes, maybe 1,500 actually. Yeah, I think it was about that. And 55% said yes, they do think Liverpool will sign Alvarez. 45% said no. So let me know in the comments what you think. Right. Here's the headline story. Here's the big story of the late night stuff. And it is around HUIJSEN and the three-way battle for him. Liverpool, Arsenal and Chelsea are pushing to wrap up a deal for HUIJSEN this month. Liverpool are absolutely there, said Fabrizio Romano. I think he is the target at centre-back. I can't say categorically that I think Liverpool will sign him, but as I've said on numerous occasions, my understanding is that his preference, if all things went the right way, would be to move to Anfield. But of course, he's going to want some assurances. He's not going to want his development to be stunted. So we may have to move on a player. That player could be Jarell Quansah or it could be Ibrahima Konate. Nobody wants to lose Konate, but as has been written about many times, Liverpool will have a difficult decision to make there this summer if they can't agree an extension with Ibrahima Konate in the coming weeks. You would really want this done before you break for the summer because You don't want to drag it out and let Canada go into the last year of his deal, and also would help you understand the profile of centre-backs that you'd want to bring in. You know, if it's HUIJSEN, let's say, to replace Canada, well, then you may want to bring in another experienced centre-back. So Liverpool there for him, but we know Chelsea will certainly have the relationship with the agent. We should have a strong hand in this as well because of Richard Hughes and his own relationship and bringing Dean HUIJSEN to Bournemouth. I want to know who you think wins this battle. Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea. Surely Arsenal is going to be a backup unless they do lose Saliba to Real Madrid, and maybe that's what they're playing for. Chelsea, they probably need a centre-back, but Liverpool, for me, is the best fit for HUIJSEN. 19 years of age. Again, it would give us time to bring him through if Canade stayed, and I think we may win this battle. Maybe I'm being a little bit too optimistic here, but I would go as far as to say I think Kirkes is pretty much all done. I'm not saying everything's agreed in that, but I do think he's the target and he's the one we'll get. I'm unsure at centre-back, though. I think we want him, but I can't sit here in good conscience and say I know 100% we're going to sign him, especially not when we know Chelsea's punch on for giving out 6, 7, 8 year contracts and a load of dough. So let's wait and see what happens. But I hope and think the right move for him would be to Anfield. So the last story that we have for you guys tonight is what Caught Offside are calling an exclusive. They say that Al Hilal want a double signing from Liverpool this summer and have sent their scouts across to watch on a few occasions, and big money could be coming our way. Al Hilal want to sign both Darwin Núñez and Luis Diaz from Liverpool this summer. Piece goes on to say that Liverpool have set out their stance. Is it the right call, they say? Full story to follow. Yes, that wants you to click on the article to read it. But I'm unsure. Darwin, yes, he's leaving. Where he goes doesn't really matter to me as long as Liverpool get as much money as they can. But Diaz, I'm torn because the links to him moving away are still there. He's had a very good end to the season, and I would give him a 2-year contract extension easily. That would mean he had 4 years left on his deal at Liverpool, and I would give him a pay increase. But if we lose him, then, of course, like any other player, I want the club to get the most money they can for him. So let me know your thoughts on this one. Do you see a world where Liverpool sell Darwin and Diaz and maybe keep Jota? I think Jota and Darwin are more likely, but of course, I do want to know what you guys think on it. And obviously, do they want to go and play over in Saudi at this point in their careers? Who knows? I know a few of them have joked and Darwin has about the money that's on offer over there, so maybe that would that and the lifestyle choice would be something that Darwin and his family would be open to. I really don't know, and I really don't care as long as Liverpool get the most money we can from. So that is tonight's late night news roundup, ladies and gentlemen. It's over to you guys now to let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Tomorrow we have the Premier League predictions video coming out at 10 a.m, so keep an eye out for that one. The preview for the Arsenal game will be coming out on Saturday. We're probably going to stream tomorrow night, but Saturday will be my day off live streaming. So if I don't see you before Sunday, enjoy the weekend. Hope to see you tomorrow, but in case I don't, as I said, much love and thank you for watching. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.